against Vipr with another Lucian.
3, 2, 1, brawl.
And we're going to get into this one on small Brawlhalla right out of the gate. So some of that lower strength that Vipr might have with Lucian, you see him already out the gate. This is why Godly wants to play this Legend. This is why Vipr wants to play this Legend. You can get on top of your opponent so quickly.
Yeah, there's going to be some terrifying signatures, particularly that Qatar down signature. Biting over the corners, looking for those spikes. That's probably going to be one of Vipr's main threatening tools here. But I'm so scared that we're on small Brawlhalla against one of the highest strength legends in the game. Macheeete is going to be scoring knockouts so early.
And he's going to take this one super early so far. He's only in the yellow as well, so not only did he not have to do a lot of damage, but he hardly took any damage whatsoever. Now, the history between these players is going to favor Macheeete heavily, but Vipr firing back with those Lucian blasters, hoping to juggle a little bit with that neutral air, but no, Macheeete gets below him. Now Vipr, oh man, the neutral light into the recovery. Big slap, though, punishing the landing as Macheeete gets closer to the ground. And we have a pretty even game here.
All right, Vipr setting up with the blasters. He wants that extra range. I love this option. He's used that twice now in the last minute to beat out the approaching downlight from Macheete's boots. It's just the short hop into gravity cancel blasters downlight, gets a maximum punish while evading Macheete's own combo starter.
He almost picked up that down signature. Tried to go for it again there, as he knew the D-Light recovery wasn't going to be like KO option, so maybe he just wanted the single force stomp on that actual down signature. It is going to pop back. One of the early signatures that we talked about in Brawlhalla's history of having some movement in it, where you actually pop back if your opponent is pushing onto you. It's sort of a defensive signature in that way, of it move you back in the area that you kind of used to be and puts out a hitbox where you were. Vipr chasing over the corner, grabs the slap, showing big KO potential still from these Qatars, and it's back over to the blast.
That was really slick movement. Hitting that side light, dragging Macheeete off stage, and then using those chase dodges down to chase him just at such incredible speed, really set him up for a phenomenal edge guard.
Ooh, that edge guard isn't going to happen because Macheeete ended up picking that up close enough to the center of the stage that the sort of downward angle towards the end of that signature didn't send over the corner, but just bounced off the main stage. Perfect position to punish with that in light.
Ooh, Vipr just getting away from that recovery. He's got another chance at life, but options are dwindling, and that's going to seal the deal. Macheeete with a Game 1 victory.
No legend swaps whatsoever from these two players.
Geez, absolutely terrifying. Small Brawlhalla still open on the map bans. Vipr might be thinking about it. It's left open. Macheeete would probably just take that in a heartbeat, right? We've got small Brawlhalla, Miami Dome, and Western Air Temple.
I mean, I would think so too, but it's been several heartbeats, and we haven't seen him actually make the choice yet.
Ooh. There it is. We are going right back to small Brawlhalla. Just run it back. No change.
And despite both of these players having times of dominance in their own region and being very well-known players, you see in their titles the major difference between them is you see Macheeete coming out with a 1v1 Winter Champion 23 title, and then Vipr's is I forgot what it was, but it was the 2019 DreamHack something 2v2 champion. So even that just shows a major difference between levels of success here recently versus history.
Ooh, down signature getting a decent chunk of damage there as Macheeete was trying to peek over the corner.
We're starting to play this one a little bit more slowly than past. You saw Vipr hugging that corner when Macheeete started to push onto him. He would move over onto the wall before going back.
Just missing the slap on that one. Vipr has been just shy of some really great punishes that might have scored actual knockouts.
Ooh, tried to pick up the recovery, didn't quite make contact, didn't do it with the D-Sig either. Gets punished with a nice little neutral air. He's still in the orange, getting closer to that red, so he's not in major danger of any of these standard recover or KO options coming out from Macheeete, and he actually cleaned up that stock from Macheeete. Sidelights off stage. Macheeete, there's a weapon on the stage. You could have grabbed it, but no.
I mean, he didn't believe in that slide kick himself. He wasn't ready for it to hit. Dunk, not going to do it.
Corner. That's the one he wanted previously that actually just made contact with the main stage. That one he was able to steer close enough to the edge and get it over that corner to send that spike, and that's going to be the KO there. Macheeete has his choice of weapons, going to juggle these back to the boots.
Vipr trying to take ground here and there, but every time that he gets a solid footing on the corner, Macheeete is there, just dashing in with some quick attack.
Vipr doesn't seem to mind being on the corner regardless of whether he is the one in stage control or not. If Macheete's off stage, of course he's going to sit on that corner. He's going to guard that one as best he can. But even when he's sort of in disadvantaged state, he has no problem being over on the corner, but he might start worrying about it because Macheeete has now picked that signature twice, sent over the edge with it twice, and then eventually finding the KO shortly after it twice.
Yeah, he's just been so consistent at really pressing that advantage. Even the weapon toss to fill the distance. There it is. There's that down signature. And now a side signature to boot. Vipr unlocking the kit of Lucian here to tie up the stocks.
He's showing that he has a heavy button too, after Macheete's already used his very well so far. That time he used it to bring Vipr actually back towards the center of the stage so he could keep the string going, keep the pressure up, because Vipr wasn't very damaged. There was no potential for spike, no potential for KO, so he just wanted to keep the string going and add up the damage, because Viper's only in the yellow. Oh, I'm worried about the slap.
Yeah, Macheeete was too. You saw him go wide around. Didn't want to have to deal with that, and just a quick signature. So much strength on the table. That is a 2-0 lead in the set. Vipr's got to find some sort of change to claw his way back.
We got to ban Brawlhaven, right? Like, we got to ban Brawlhaven. It's time to ban Brawlhaven.
Yeah. The first map ban, just right away. I respect
the way
that
signature just picked up Raw on its own and KO'd, that's when you realize, okay, the victory, the win condition is not going to happen on Brawlhaven. We got to go somewhere else. Because Vipr, I mean, we already saw earlier today from Godly's Lucian and from some of the other Lucians that we'll probably see more of throughout this tournament, is you can hit those signatures and they don't have to be over on the edge on Brawlhaven for you to find KOs with them once your opponent's in red. You can use those at normal times on normal stages that aren't as small and still find KOs.
Yeah, so now Macheeete arming up over onto the battle boots. Vipr's got his guitars. This is the setup that they've seemed to favor for the early damage build.
All right, TWK, this is a question for your Brawlhalla history.
Sure.
Has that skin that Vipr's using always... Okay, goodness.
Whoa!
Has that always lit up in the NVG goggles?
I know that was when we first started adding like any kind of extra animation. That was one of the first ones. So as long as animation has existed on skins, that one has had it.
Okay. Because I remember like Vrax being the big one that I remember, of course, because I'm a selfish, ignorant Vrax player, and that's the only thing I really care about.
The green
but I've never
thumb.
really noticed it on this skin, and this is an old skin that people used to use back in the day. Ooh, Vipr, exclamation points coming out, gets clapped, sent over into the blast zone. Macheeete gonna juggle these weapons, probably stick with the boots, that's what he's been doing.
Ooh, brutal dodge read, chasing again with that, just the neutral air into recovery, trying to build that ladder all the way up off the top. Didn't score the knockout, but it is a lot of extra credit.
And there you go, that's that side signature. Even though that sends at the 45-degree angle, it took straight off the top. But Macheeete, he has a pretty decent lead here, especially now that he's able to grab that weapon very quickly. It's not boots, though. We'll see if Vipr can keep him at bay using the range.
Oh, man. Just take to the skies.
Honestly, I always expect that to send further than it actually does. I expect to get caught with that even when I'm like, fresh at white, and I expect to be sent into the Shadow Realm. It looks like it's going to send you so far so fast.
Oh yeah, Tezca, he's all about the big explosions. He wants those ground splashes. That's where all the force is.
Okay, Vipr, he's searching for the slaps. Gets the recovery, and that one does KO here.
So Vipr, little bit of the lead here. If he was going to mount his comeback, this is a phenomenal start to it. Down 2-0 in the set, but up by just a little bit.
And he's living there. Now, because the blasters were just picked up fresh from the weapon spawn, I don't think he's really even close to being in danger zone of being disarmed if he gets hit by Macheeete,
Oh,
but
well,
his stock is
yeah,
in danger of being taken away, and it does fall. Viper's next weapon is going to be the Katars. Macheeete has the boots in feet.
Ooh, slapped
Okay,
against
that
the
slap.
wall. Stuffed the recovery. There it is. Vipr still alive. That's one on the board.
Dude, that was huge. We got to look at replay because it wasn't,
That was so
it wasn't
quick.
a lot. Yeah, it was just very, very fast. There's that side signature, of course, that we saw KO. This is going to be the second stock coming in the recovery. And then here we're going to get
Slap
in.
against
It was
the
that
wall.
side air. There was one jump.
Ooh,
That's
stuffed
the
the
recovery
recovery.
interrupt. Yeah, that was it. I think he even jumped
So
before
clutch.
that. Like, he did the one jump, and I think he did a jump
3,
recovery.
2,
Oh yeah.
And that was it. Just caught at the right place, right time. Viper was happy to take that one.
Yeah, so now we find ourselves on small Fortress of Lions, run the Legends right back. Vipr, he's got to be feeling good, you know?
I mean, he's been dealing with the boots so far. That's something that not a lot of other people can say they've successfully done.
Oh, wow. Macheeete just starting up with that signature. I think Vipr was looking to maybe dodge a neutral signature. Didn't expect the up and down of the down signature. Uh-oh,
Oh,
stuffed
that's
recovery.
big. The
He
second
got the
one,
touch. He's okay.
Macheeete did play that one safe. He could have put out more pressure there, but he chose actively not to. Wanted to float very high, putting a lot of distance between him and Vipr, so he didn't get caught with anything goofy, and I don't blame him.
Yeah, don't want to, give a set away. Usually if you've got the lead, it usually behooves you to play it a little safe.
That weapon toss was so nice from Macheeete. He got that bonk, and you saw him make the move over there. He was still in orange. Vipr was very much in the red. He was at that disadvantage state. So that was a situation that Macheeete
Ooh.
felt comfortable pushing.
Oh, wow. Vipr just unarmed sidelight, knocking Macheeete across the stage. There it is. Downlight, dash jump recovery, scoring the knockout in short order before too much extra credit was dealt.
We're now at the weapon advantage. Macheeete immediately throws at them, happens to be behind Vipr. Viper's finding these hits. He's finding the range, and then he chooses to go in, picks up the 2 hit, and backs up.
Yeah, I mean, that is just a recipe for success. If you can hit those consistently while dodging your opponent's attacks, it all adds up. Great answer.
Ooh. Vipr barely landing on the soft platform as the weapon toss. I'm
Okay.
surprised he's not going for a nair there.
Yeah, I was really expecting that. Macheeete, he pulled up on that drift just in time to avoid the Qatar ground pound coming from Vipr, and just a beautiful reversal to turn that whole thing around.
Now, Vipr might have felt that he had more priority there with the ground pound than he would with a nair, and because Macheeete had gauntlets in his hands, he could find greater priority against the gauntlet nair, which would completely swap their position, so maybe that's why he went for that? I'm not sure.
Starting to set up the edge guard. Recovery not yet enough to knock out.
Where's the signature? It's got to be coming in soon.
Oh yeah, there's the dunk, set up the edge guard. Macheeete, once again, playing it safe.
I'd say
Big signature.
evening up stocks here, but Viper stuck in the orange, has control of the weapons. Macheeete grabs gauntlets very quickly. That's going to set up the possible edge guard. Dodge has been burned. Macheeete, again, playing it reasonably safe. Even though he did go in with that ground pound, he didn't tell vision once the dodge was burned, so he's playing it safe.
He's got quite a health lead, but Viper chasing him up off the top. That was so incredibly close. There's the slap. Viper has the guitars. We saw what he did last game.
Okay, the damage is really adding up. The unarmed recovery. Macheeete is going to be for a vertical KO. No.
Ooh.
Goes for the side air. All the way from the middle of the stage. Viper barely touching again. Macheeete being very careful. He knows he can walk away with a 3-1 victory here rather than having it push to game 5.
Viper armed up, continues the weapon starve. He's got the guitars. Macheeete looking for anything. You know he just wants a slide kick into an uppercut or something.
That's it.
Strong
Macheeete.
combo option, Macheeete. That 3-1 victory going to be moving on into top 8.
Just barely taking that game 4 for the victory right at the end. It was really starting to slip away. Viper was doing a fantastic job of adding up damage, not taking very much damage in the process, but wasn't enough by the end of the game. Macheete's boots still holding on, but we're not seeing the same damage spread that we saw during the Winter Championship, where everyone would like take a picture of the screen where it says 435 damage on boots and then like 33 damage on the gauntlets, and okay boots, ha 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 boots. But like now